Welcome to the Manifesting Doll podcast. I'm Barbara Orban from No Diet Babe. I'm a spiritual mindset coach and weight loss expert. If you are a spiritual babe wanting to up-level your life around your body, health, wellness, spirituality, law of attraction and manifestation, then this is the podcast for you. I'm here to give you the tools, teachings, and strategies to manifest the body and life of your dreams. As spiritual babes, we know to focus on love as opposed to fear. So get ready to learn how to implement spiritual teachings to weight loss, wellness, and your daily life, coming from a place of love and abundance. This is a celebration of how we can shift our inner perception of ourselves and watch our outer selves shift. You can become the best version of yourself, and I'm here to help. So let's get started. Hey babes, welcome to the Manifesting Doll podcast. I'm Barbara Orban from NoDietBabe.com, and welcome to today's episode. This episode is sponsored by the No Diet Babe Academy. I'm super excited to announce that I've opened the doors for enrollment for the No Diet Babe Academy. The No Diet Babe Academy is a fantastic self-paced online course where you get loads of No Diet Babe content based around the principles that I teach, but much, much more in depth. The No Diet Babe Academy has several modules on various different topics that I discuss, among like macros, law of attraction, emotional eating, binge eating. There's worksheets for each module that break down the process of how I was able to lose 30 pounds and keep it off and end the cycle of yo-yo dieting. And also you get meditations. You get a letting feelings flow meditation, which teaches you how to deal with emotions. I also give you the post-binge meditation, which is the best meditation to do if you're having issues with feeling guilty around food. If you ever eat a meal and then you go, oh, like that's screwing up my diet, like I feel bad now, how do I shift this feeling of feeling guilty? The best thing to do is to do my post-binge meditation. It will just clear up those emotions and help you shift the guilt. And I've got the cravings care meditation, which teaches you how to address cravings from a law of attraction perspective. It is such a fantastic course. It's one of my most favorite courses, and so many women give me positive feedback about how they've finally learned how to approach weight loss from a place of love and implement strategies to help them. So I've had women go from like under eating to nourishing themselves and losing weight. I've gone on the other end, women that are binge eating to finally being able to end that cycle and losing weight. So it's a fantastic course for many, many different aspects of your journey. I highly recommend that you get on board if you're a fan of my work, fan of my podcast. It's one of the best places to start in terms of a low cost offer. If you can't get into my higher level containers like my group coaching and private coaching, then I definitely recommend that you sign up for the academy, especially at the price that it's at the moment. So go check it out, nodietbabe.com/academy. Okay, so today, you guys, I want to talk about something that's actually I'm really quite emotional about this topic, to be honest. The more I get out there with my message, the more I coach people, the more it saddens me how society, how so many people are conditioned around food and weight. Like, it really saddens me. And I get why I get why I'm here to give this message, but it's also it's with my years of learning on this stuff, I forget that this is so real to me. Like, I forget that people don't see or experience food and weight how I do. And it really saddens me that so many people struggle, and how I see why they're struggling, and I see the things that they're focusing on and thinking that that's the source of their success, and how they don't understand and see that the answers are in front of them, but they're not a vibrational match to it. And it was funny because, like, lately I've been really into TikTok. Please don't judge me. It's actually really helpful for somebody who runs a social media account, actually, because there's I've come across some accounts that have like digital marketing tips and like photography tips. So it's actually like helpful for business as well, not just like teenagers. And it's also sometimes just funny, actually, as well, I admit. But I came across this video the other day that was like, just like a funny thing of like the mum, like the person was acting as a mum, like upstairs yelling down to the child, like, can you please grab this bottle of moisturizer or whatever that's on the kitchen bench? And she goes over to the kitchen bench and she's like, Mom, it's not here. Like, it's not here. And then her mum's yelling back, it's there. I'm telling you now, there's a bottle on the bench of a moisturizer. She's like, it's not here. It's not here. And then the mum gets frustrated and she comes downstairs and she's like, the moisturizer was right in front of her eyes, right? And she's like, it's here. And I say, like, I'm using this example because we've all been in that position where something's been right in front of us and we haven't been able to see it, okay? And why is this? It's because our reality as we see it is distorted according to the filters in our brains. And our filters are like the stories we tell ourselves, our belief systems, right? So the way you see reality, the way you perceive your world is not how everyone else sees it. That's why oftentimes, like, that's why people argue. That's the source of like argument and like separation amongst people, is that they believe different truths. And actually the truth is that everybody's right, because everybody's right in their own eyes, kind of thing, like because of the way they're perceiving their reality. So the way that you perceive your reality is based on these filters, these belief systems, right? And so when you see the world and you see your weight a certain way and you tell yourself this story of this is how it is, not only that, because let's go a step further. So you're saying this is how it is, like this is my weight. But then the problem is that when you say, oh, I want to lose weight, your belief system, your past experience only provides you with evidence of weight loss being about restriction, deprivation, and struggle. Now, I came across this with a client today where it was like the brain wanted I'm so like tuned into people's thought patterns and belief systems and how we come to conclusions, how we add meaning onto situations. So people will be like, oh, the scale hasn't shifted yet, so maybe this can't work. Maybe I need to, like, then the brain goes, well, when was the last time I lost weight? Oh yeah, the last time I lost weight was that time, and that was the time that I was super restrictive. Then the brain goes, oh shit, that means I need to be restrictive again in order to lose weight. And it's this all or nothing thinking. It's like, oh, so that's the only way to lose weight, therefore I can't do that, therefore I can't lose weight, right? And then you literally you come to a mental like stall, like you kind of block, like you just go, okay, well then I can't do this. And then you feel powerless, you feel defeated, you feel like weight loss is hard. But the problem is that I see this so many times because I'm similar. Okay, this is coming back to the analogy that I just explained to you where it's right in front of you and you can't see it. I can see all the ways in which women sabotage weight loss. I see it right in front of me. I talk to clients about it every single day and they tell me about their day. They tell me about what's happened. They tell me, what they go through and what they're doing and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, I can see that you're on the right track. And then you give up right before your big win. Like you literally it's right in front of you and then you're just turning away and going, it's not working yet. And actually what I said as well, I really love this Amanda Francis episode on her podcast, the missing piece to manifesting or whatever. That episode's a great episode because she's like, I love the way she describes it because she's like, people will come to me and say, I did it. I tried to manifest and it didn't work for me. And it's kind of like that. I feel that way with weight loss. It's like people will be like, I did it. Like I've been trying to lose weight for the last few weeks and it started working at first and then this happened and then it didn't work. Like I accidentally did this and I mucked up and now it's not working. And it's like, dude, are you serious? Like you're willing to let that little perceived slip up, quote unquote slip up, throw your energy completely off, and come to the conclusion that you mustn't be doing enough or it's too hard or there's something missing. Really? And it's like, no. Manifestation is about holding the energy and vibration of this is happening. I have unwavering faith that this is happening, and you hold that energy and you continue to take action. It really upsets me and I get really, really emotional as how screwed up perception around weight loss is and all the fad dieting and all the I still get triggered by fad diets like keto and all this shit. It's like, you're not meant to cut out carbohydrates to that extent to have to lose weight. Are you kidding me? It's just not required. But people are after the quick fix. You are way too addicted to the quick fix. You want something and you want something now. What about in a year's time? What about in 2 years' time? What about 5 years' time? What about 10 years' time? Are you thinking about that? Are you thinking about, well, hang on a second, isn't it better to lose weight in a slow and sustainable way so that I get to reap the benefits for the rest of my life? You don't have to give up carbs. You don't have to give up anything. Wine, chocolate, just learn how to have it in moderation. Learn how to have it in a way where you can still lose weight, and then you get to keep your sense of sanity, the sense of freedom around food rather than restriction. The only reason you believe weight loss is hard is because you always chosen diets that are too restrictive. And you've always gotten too attached to the outcome versus how much effort you're putting into it. That's legit the biggest issue that I see out there. Legit, such a huge issue that I see out there. So that's really my biggest tip here is that you need to check in. You need to check in with your belief systems and don't get so caught up in the action you're taking and the story of how you believe weight loss needs to be and how it's hard for you. Anyway, you guys, I hope that little snippet was helpful for you. Make sure you check out the Academy if you want to learn more about what I teach and you want to be able to implement it in your life to have freedom around food and the yo-yo dieting cycle, overcome things like binge eating, yo-yo dieting, emotional eating, just unhappy vibes around food and weight, and start living a life where you get to have what you want, you have joy and freedom around food. Anyway, you guys, I love you and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you loved this episode, I'd love for you to leave me an iTunes review. Don't forget to follow this podcast for more uplifting teachings to come. For more tips, inspiration, and teachings, come follow me on Instagram at NoDietBabe or check out my website, nodietbabe.com. Until I see you next time, babes, lots of love.